Let's talk about this parental rights and education bill. It's on Governor Ron DeSantis' desk now, and some students, parents, and teachers are simply not happy. So in response, they rallied. Thousands of students staging walkouts to protest the legislation that they call the Don't Say Gay bill. And the Trevor Project, along with GLAAD, are standing right behind them. Joining us now, Jack Petocz. He's an openly gay student at Flagler Palm Coast High School, and he's also an activist who organized a statewide school walk out there to protest the bill. Jack, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So, more than 500 students actually walked out with you. Tell me if you think your message was heard.
Yeah, so I organized these statewide actually in order to send a meaningful message to Governor DeSantis and the Florida GOP to stop policing our education and to stop hurting marginalized communities in the state of Florida, particularly youth in those communities. We were so lucky to have over 25 schools partake in these walkouts in which thousands and thousands of students exercise their First Amendment rights in a peaceful manner. At my school in suburban Florida, we had over 500 kids partake, and it was just amazing, the show of support and solidarity in opposition to this push.
So you just brought something up that's very important, and that is your right, your free speech, and your right to do that. You were suspended, though. So what was the reason that you were given for your suspension?
Yeah, so my school district at our rally tried to prevent us from giving out pride flags and distributing them. And I resisted, and I told students to not give up their pride flags because they are a symbol of our identity. They're a symbol of acceptance and embrace of our queerness. And I didn't understand that. And I thought it was a violation of, freedom of expression.
And it is true that, alas, the Supreme Court has decided that students, high school students, don't have the same free speech rights as the rest of us. So you're that's an act of civil disobedience for you there. But I do want to ask about the letter you wrote to Governor DeSantis. You asked for a meeting to discuss what you call the extensive impact on kids. First, talk about that. What's the negative impact from your point of view of this bill, not just on young people your age, but on who it's targeted at, right? The 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds, whatever it is. And have you heard back from DeSantis? Please.
I think that's a narrative that's being pushed by the Florida GOP that's simply not true, that this only targets K through 3 grades. That is what it says in the bill, but it also provides a provision on what is deemed age appropriate. The vagueness is purposeful in this bill to continue this restriction in later grades. Queer people aren't inherently not age appropriate. Our existence fosters a more inclusive environment and a more inclusive future, hate is taught. This bill will restrict discussion of our existence. This bill will coerce staff into outing students. So I called on Governor DeSantis to have a meeting with me before he signs this into law to hear a firsthand account of how this bill will affect my community. This has reached, 14,000 likes on Twitter, and I've heard no response from his administration.
So you've been raising your voice to politicians regarding this Don't Say Gay bill, as you call it. You actually became an activist last year when your school district removed certain books from the library shelves. Tell us what came of that.
Yeah, so at my school district, they tried to limit the discussion and availability of books covering people of color and queer topics in libraries. Those were the only books they tried to ban, and they subjected, this criticism to. Currently, the books covering people of color topics and systemic racism have been returned to the school libraries, which I'm very thankful for. But the queer literature, has still be banned. Is still banned within the Flagler County School District, which is really representative of the attempt to silence our community nationwide.
So Jack, last night here on ABC News Live, our colleague Lindsay Davis spoke with Florida State Representative Joe Harding, and he responded to the backlash that you're helping to lead against this controversial bill. Listen to what he had to say.
Probably the biggest lie is that we were limiting or killing words, and that we were also eliminating discussion. Nowhere in the bill are we eliminating discussion. I value our teachers, the relationships that they have with our students tremendously.
So that was his answer, Jack. What do you say to him?
Yeah, I don't agree with him. I don't agree with that notion. When you look at the rhetoric surrounding this bill, when you have the governor's press secretary saying anyone who opposes this bill is a groomer and calling them child predators, when you look at the rhetoric from the senators supporting this bill, trying to ban, even a book that mentions that a child has two moms, this bill, when you look at the language, it targets my community. And I don't agree with that statement that this isn't targeted, because it obviously is in the rhetoric and in the language of the bill when it mentions sexual orientation and gender identity. This isn't about pushing a gay agenda. It's about inclusivity and recognition that there are people out there like me.
Jack, I hope you tell us if you get that meeting with the governor.
Absolutely, and I hope you do. You represent your community and this point of view in a really constructive way, and that's what we need around all these issues, constructive conversation. And we thank you for bringing that to us. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.